Anyway, we were on a full-blown E-Dree. I was brand new W1, you were brand new W1, probably had about a month in grade or something.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Maybe 2.
I made it in August, what was this, October, November?
Yeah, it was, I went out to California.
It must have been after the first of the year.
Yeah, I think I had been to California, so it was probably,
Because I went back at
I
Christmas.
guess we probably had 5 months in grade. Maybe.
Yeah, I went home at Christmas. I flew home because I drove my Scout, out there from here. I was ready to get out of that Scout. Anyway.
What, about 55 mile an hour?
Yeah, about 60. I didn't push it that hard, but it ran for fire, but it's just,
It wasn't exactly comfortable.
It was actually a true SUV, right?
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, I got my van and the boat, and with the family, and we came right after Christmas. And when I signed in, I said, "Where's Jerry?" Lieutenant Nelson. I said, "Well, they moved him up to the 30th Ord." Was it 30th Ord at Bliss?
I think so.
Yeah.
Either
He got fired. Anyway, now here I'm a W1.
4th Ord. What was that one in Korea?
Well, there was one in Korea, one in Germany, and one in
I think
Bliss.
30th Ord was in Korea.
Yeah, I think so. I think 4th Ord was in Germany.
Yeah.
I forget what the ordnance company was called. Yeah. Anyway, here I was, all DSP experience, right? And just me. So I learned quick, I learned hard, I learned when I was in charge, when we had a high power out, they had to work a few days, and all of a sudden I'm in the BCC waiting for them to bring it up, and there was the battalion commander there, I think the brigade commander and my commander, and I was waiting because we didn't have any speed gate information on the fire consoles, the rabbit ears. Yeah. So when it all come up and it was there, they all looked at me and said, "Well."
Yeah,
I said,
you're the man.
I said, "Well, I must be the MFIC."
Yeah, you are.
I said, "Okay, it's good." They all went home except me.
Yeah, God knows.
I was out there one weekend at night.
But that night I met you, we had weighed our trucks.
Yeah.
And that's what we were doing down in motor pool.
The only thing I knew about you is you were the asshole who stole my business.
No, that was later.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was at 255.
That's right.
Yeah, I was at 255 when I got your business.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that I didn't physically, well, I went there and physically said, get those, but I didn't load those dummy rounds. So guys, I want you to know that.
No, you had your guys do it.
Okay. As a matter of fact, you called me on the damn AM radio, all the way from freaking El Paso. We talked on the radio.
Yeah.
Where you got my birds? Well, yeah, I got them. Man, we're doing a change of command, sir. Inventory. I wonder where the hell my birds were. I got thinking about it. You the only son of a bitch that they don't. You took them. It's got to be honest. It's totally freaking.
If I remember right, I faked a hand receipt and signed your name to it.
Probably agreed to that on the phone or on the radio.
Even if we wouldn't have, I'd have done it.
But I remember you and I almost physically ran into each other.
Face to face.
Face to face. And we were doing blackout. We're doing lights off shit and a freaking red flashlight and shit. Like, and we just started a conversation. Who are you? And I could see your bar and you could see mine. I was like, where are you at?
Next door to you.
I'm next to you. Oh, and there was a W3 up there.
Yeah, he was in the Alpha battery. What's the next battery past me?
I don't
We
remember.
lived in Alpha because you were Charlie, I was Bravo, and I forget his name, but when I was leaving, I was the only one there.
Yeah, I was too. I was after about 2 weeks.
Yeah, the same with me when I got back from Christmas leave. Satterfield had been moved, and
I think I met you.
I think we met before.
Actually, I could come up there and got a part or something from you guys, and I met you.
Yeah.
But we didn't really talk or anything.
No, it was just a passing type thing. We were busy trying to live is what we're trying to do. Yeah. Anyway, the W3 at Alpha Battery, the captain, when they said they were going to send the W1 over to replace me. He said, no. They sent the W3 over to replace me. So that gave you a good character reference of what they thought of him. I can't remember his name. Maybe I shouldn't say his name, but yeah, they
The
said
guy
him.
was there. I can see him.
Yeah,
I can see him, and I can remember him. He didn't seem to be a bad guy.
he just was. Yeah, he just didn't get things done, I guess.
Well, you know what happens is those guys go overseas, and they in Germany for 3 years, or they go to Korea for a year. They come back and they're freaking worn slab out.
I know,
And they come back and they're like,
Our short
I ain't
tour,
doing shit. I'm taking a break. You know.
we used to say our short tour was the States.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, my last tour in Germany, I extended for 6 years, total,
Yeah.
because I just didn't feel like moving again.
I guess that. But I was so accustomed. So you got accustomed to Germany.
Yeah,
You know, you were the on the German track.
yeah.
Warrants were kind of like, there was a big chunk of us.
They didn't cross as much.
Yeah, once you kind of go into Korea, I learned real quick that I could go to Korea for a year and do it. Just as hard as you can do it.
Yeah.
And you come back.
Well, you had to in Korea because there was a real threat there.
Yeah, and you could come back and you could kind of, take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to the field once a month or some shit.
Well, I always I said they were going to be serious when they give you missiles. We didn't have missiles. In fact, I asked the S3 one time when I was at 165, Major Tedesco.
I think that ASP down there had birds though.
No, I asked him. I said, "Where are our missiles?" I said, "We're in
Letterkenny? Not Letterkenny.
They didn't know.
No, I'll tell you where they're at. They were out over there in that frickin' depot over there. God damn it! What's the name of that depot where they had the Patriot missiles at? Over in like Louisiana, Texas, and Arkansas. Where they
Oh yeah, Red River.
Red River. That's where our birds were.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. But I
Yeah,
asked the
Red River.
S3 major one day, just out of curiosity, I says, "We're in the E3 battalion. We get called up at any time. In fact, we were called up. They were going to send us to Saudi when Iraq jumped on Iran.
Yeah.
And then they canceled that because we're getting ready to start loading." I said, "Where are our missiles anyway?" Nobody knew. I said, "We're going to go to war. We don't have any bullets. I mean, you don't even know where our bullets are."
Because that's all they are is ammo.
Yeah, and
What is that, class 5? What is that,
class 5, class 2, class 5, I don't know, one of them.
Just,
I just know what
but that's the way
class,
they treat them because it's expendable ammunition.
yeah, I know what class 6 is.
I do too.
Yeah, I know it covers everything like toilet paper, toothpaste, and stuff you eat, but the true part of class 6, it is good bourbon.
Untaxed.
Yes.
Overseas, it was even better. I knew it.
Remember when
You know what? They started to arrest me 2 different times down in El Paso, the MPs.
Well, they should have.
I'd go in that freaking class 6 store, and I'd go to get some of that untaxed beer. You know, they had 2 kinds of beer in the class 6 store. They had beer you take off to your quarters.
If you live off
If
post.
you live off post, it was taxed. And then they had other beer. Well, they got no way to find out where the hell you live. You know, you were just expected to do that on the honor system. Well, goddamn it, I'm a warrant officer.
Yeah.
They-
Our honor ends about the time we like one of these.
My honor is about as long as my wiener. It ain't very long. But I'd go in here and wouldn't be no untaxed beer out there. And I'd say, "Where's the untaxed beer?" "Well, it's back in the cooler. We'll have to get somebody else." "Oh, I'm going to get it." "No, you can't go in there." I'd go in there. There's 100 people in there. You know, there's always people. That freaking class 6 store packed all the time. And hell, I'd go back there and be rummaging around back there, grab me a case of untaxed beer, and they'd get pissed off, start chewing. I'd tell them to kiss my ass. And they'd call the freaking MPs. And the MPs come out, "Chief, you can't do that." "Yeah, I can."
I just did.
"Yeah, goddamn it, I can't." Listen, and I would just talk to her. I said, "Look, you're gonna arrest me because I want to get some beer and I can't get any freaking service this place? Give me a break. They called the MPs on me in the commissary one day. Cause I had a freaking little shitty temper sometimes.
You know, I would, sometime.
Well, not always. I was a nice guy.
Yeah, I know.
But there was a freaking limit,
I
you
know.
know?
Christmas, you were pretty nice. Let me think. I know there's another time.
Oh, I was gonna buy you something nice for Christmas. You can kiss my ass now.
No, yeah.
But
I done smelt it when I went down the room, and I'm not interested. I remember when we were in the transition school, my second time when they were going to change me from basic hawk to improved hawk, and this was in 1981 when we went to that transition school, remember?
Mhm.
And I'd been improved hawk since 1970, been in several units, 4 actually improved, but they're going to transfer us over, and then we were down to class 6 store, you know.
That wasn't in 71. Oh,
That was in 81.
yeah, 81.
I was in Proof Hawk from 70. So anyway,
Yeah, I had been.
you were there at least from 77 because you were there with me at Bliss.
Yeah, we made warrant in 77.
Yeah. We've been in Proof Hawk a long time. I don't know why maybe it's for the foreign nationals, but we went to the class 6
Yeah,
store.
the reason they didn't make me go is a warrant. When I made warrant, yeah, goddamn it. Was that pick one? No, we left there and went to Korea, didn't we?
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is you went to the class 6 store with me and, you know, we're warrants, but they didn't pay us tons of money. We had families, right? And you had picked up 1 or 2 bottles of whatever you wanted. When you got up there to the cash register, the guy says, well, you gonna pay this cash or do you want to put it on your account? You said, account? Yeah, on your club card, your own club account. He said, I put on my, it was a chain, and you turn around and got a shopping basket. I remember that like yesterday.
I did.
Yeah.
I kind of seem to remember a little something about that, but it's not a memory I remember in particular, but I do kind of remember something about that. But I tell you that, I got broke in. They broke my ass in as a W1. Because I wasn't there but about, it was less than well, let's see, we made it in August, about middle of, like 16th of August or some shit. Or whatever it was. And I was in California for about 3 weeks when Thanksgiving rolled around. And we took a break out there because we were out there for 6 weeks. And we took a break at Thanksgiving, and me and a couple other guys drove all the way back to El Paso. And then I spent the weekend at the house and drove all the way back Sunday. And Monday we were back on that freaking site we had out there. That was tough.
Yeah, I know. It's the same thing with me.
Freaking W1, I was just like,
They
shit.
threw me into had the reputation of the worst battery in the U.S. Army as air defense was Charlie 17. They threw me in there as a W1 with only ordnance experience, not even knowing for sure which job was which. But there was, like I said before, there was a Sergeant First Class EB that took me under his wing, and with him I was successful. I was successful. He was a good guy. He's still living there.
I learned my lesson about them NCOs. I know you've heard me tell the story about being in 255 and they were going to fire the battery commander or battalion commander Don Carpenter in process me, and he said, I was standing in front of him, you know, in his office. I was actually sitting in a chair. That I do not understand. It was like from the instant I met him, he and I had this relationship. We had this mutual respect relationship. I went in there and I reported in. When I knocked on his door, he looked up I said, Mr. Hollingshead, sir. And he said, oh, come on in here, you old son of a bitch. And I come in and saluted, and he saluted, said, oh, good grief, sit down. And he saluted me and said, sit down, sit down, sit down. From that day forward, that's what he called me. You old son of a bitch. I don't give a shit if the brigade command would walk by and I'd salute him. I'd say, you know, what we used to
Air
say.
defense all the way or something like
No,
that.
it was, yeah, it was some shit like that.
And he would say Herman Nelson.
My battalion would say, we would tell Don Carpenter, Herman Nelson,
Oh,
you know? That's what got his ass in trouble. Because I was in the field one day and him and the brigade commander landed in a helicopter. I can't remember who that old bastard was. He used to smoke these long Moore cigarettes.
House, wasn't it?
House.
Yeah, I remember House.
Yeah. And,
He's the same guy that said when you go over Iran to attack them, and he said, we're air defense, we're an air attack unit. It's a wonder they let us finish our careers.
but man, I'm having trouble with this cigar stand lit. But the other day, the ones I had, boy, they were,
This one's drawing nice here.
huh?
Here, give it a probe. Just be careful to make sure you go down the center.
Yeah, they know.
I'm gonna stop this for a minute.